Joshi, the shopkeeper. The shopkeeper opens his shop at 5 a.m. That is the shopkeeper's house. Please give this list to the shopkeeper. Instead of repeating the word shopkeeper 3 times, can I do it in a better way? Yes, I can. Hello everyone, this is Great Grammar for a Great You, and in today's session, I'm going to teach you all about pronouns. Pronoun is a word which is used instead of a noun. And since it is used instead of a noun, it has to fulfill the role that a noun plays in a sentence. For example, when we talk about nouns, we talk about noun number, the singular and the plural form. We talk about noun gender, masculine, feminine, neutral or common. In the same way, the pronoun that you choose to use in a sentence should be of the correct number and should be of the correct gender because it replaces a specific noun. Another thing, the role of a noun in the sentence. So let's go back to these 3 sentences that I have put up over here. In the first sentence, the shopkeeper opens his shop at 5 a.m. Who opens the shop at 5 a.m.? The shopkeeper. So that means the noun shopkeeper is the subject of the sentence. It answers the question who before the verb. Like you put the question who before the verb. Who opens the shop at 5 a.m.? The answer is the shopkeeper. Look at the second sentence. That is the shopkeeper's house. Whose house is that? Yes, you heard me right. I have asked the question whose. And if you get a noun as the answer to the question whose, that noun is said to be in the possessive case. So let's underline subject, let's underline possessive. The third sentence. Please give this list to the shopkeeper. To whom should I give this list? The shopkeeper. So I get an answer to the question whom. And when a noun does that, answer the question whom, the noun is said to be in the object case. So this is the beginning of pronouns. I need to say it's very essential that I know whether the noun is going to act like the subject or the object of a sentence, or is it a possessive noun which you're using. Now when I'm going to replace the noun and use a pronoun, see how I do it. I remove the article the also and I write the pronoun he. I remove shopkeepers from here and I also remove the article, that is his. Please give this letter to, again we get rid of the shopkeeper with the article and I put the word him. Now hear the sentences again. He opens his door at 5 a.m. That is his house. Please give this list to him. So you've got it by now. When I'm using a pronoun for the same noun, it's not necessary that it's going to be the same pronoun. You have different forms of pronoun. In the next couple of minutes, I'm going to talk all about personal pronouns. That is the first type of pronouns. And I'm also going through different simple small rules that's going to help you to learn up the types of personal pronoun. What do I mean by personal pronoun? When I'm speaking, there are 3 persons. The first person is the speaker, like I am speaking. When I use the word second person, I'm talking about you, the listener. And when I'm talking about something, a topic, the topic can be a person, the topic can be a thing. That is referred as the third person. So over to this side, I have written subject, possessive, object. I'm going to fill up this chart for you and I'm going to write the correct pronoun that we use and the correct pronoun that you use when it's the first person, the speaker. So let's see how we go ahead. When the pronoun is the subject and the speaker, it is, okay, the singular comes here, so it is an I. When there are speakers, few of us are speaking. It is we. Maybe I come this side so that you can look at the board better. When I talk about possessive, the first person possessive, it will be my or mine. And if it's the plural form, it's going to be our, ours. And when I talk about first person pronoun in the object, or you can say it as object pronoun, it becomes, that is the wrong way to do it, but let it be. It becomes me and it becomes us. Let me give you some example. I teach grammar. Why don't you listen to me? This is my grammar class. Let's go to the second person, the listener, and the pronouns that you're going to use instead of a noun when you're talking about the listener. The good thing about the second person is that you don't have many forms. If I talk about the subject, whether it's the singular or the plural form, you just use the word you. And even when you talk about the object, or you're talking about the listener object, the singular and the plural form has the you. And when it's the possessive pronoun in the second person, you use words like your, I put a comma here, and yours. That brings me to the third person. The third person is the topic. If I'm talking about something or a person, the gender comes in over here. So the singular subject would be he, she, and it. And if I'm going to talk about any of these in the plural form, just a simple word, they. Possessive, third person. To be more clear, possessive pronoun, third person. You have a little longer list here. So for the singular, you have his, you have her, you have hers, and you have its. And for plural, you have their and theirs, theirs. Yes, the usage is different. We're going to come to that in some time. When we go to the object third person, the he becomes him, she becomes her, the it remains it. Shall we try some example? He isn't talking with us anymore. I don't want to talk to him. She's a brilliant dancer. I've never seen her before. It is beautiful. I like it. Are you listening? And are you getting it? How I'm using the same pronoun as a subject and as an object. Moving on to the plural form, you just have one word, and that is them. They are coming today afternoon. I must meet them. So the them becomes the object case. Now there is just one more point which I want to add up over here. If you see, for the possessive pronoun, I have given you two types, right? Now if I pick up a few of them, like the words my, our, your, and from down let's pick up his, her, and their. Though we study them under possessive pronoun, they are better classified as possessive adjectives because they are used directly before a noun. For example, my book, our house, your watch, his time, her looks, their country. But on the other hand, if I use the other form which I have stated out here, mine, ours, yours, hers, its, all this with the s without the apostrophe, they are purely possessive pronouns. Just to rephrase the same sentence, this book is mine. Possessive pronoun. This is my book. Better to say my is a possessive adjective. This house is ours or ours. Definitely a possessive pronoun. Our house, a possessive adjective. Same way I can go with this watch is yours. Listen carefully, there's an S coming after your. The time is his, no change. Whether you say his time or the time is his. In other words, the word his can be a possessive adjective or it can be a possessive pronoun depending upon its position in the sentence. This is all about the personal pronouns. There are certain rules that we have about how to use the personal pronouns in a sentences, which I'll be covering up in the next session. I hope to see you all more often over here. Do subscribe to this channel. Thank you.